So 5th and final season. Are you sad to wrap things up?
No.
Why?
It is bittersweet. It's sweeter than it is bitter. Actually, to be honest, practically, the concept needed to come to a close. Everybody was in agreement there. The writers, me, everybody involved, the fans. You know, we need to bring this man to his rightful end. And I think we did so.
Love tests us. I've been tested more than most. This is the last time.
And what has it meant to you to play the role of Joe Goldberg for 5 seasons?
I mean, you know, so many things. I've probably learned. I've learned how to be a better, you know, these icons in life, like man, father, husband. What do these mean? I think I've had to meditate on that. You know, like what does that mean? How can there be like a new pattern for family life if you think about, you know, what role does a man play in it? Because it's not the ones that he plays, right? You know, and I don't mean the obvious stuff like murder and I mean the subtler stuff, the stuff that we're all capable of, and actually the stuff that we all do, which is like we see others as objects, we become jealous and sort of maybe slightly coercive or manipulative in the way we share things because we want something from somebody. You know, it's just like that stuff that everybody kind of can't help but do, the way that desire changes love into some other thing. Mm-hmm. That's where I've learned a lot from him.
Why do you feel you need to sneak off and write murder fantasies?
It's just writing.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd never killed anyone, but this reads like you relish it.
Is that so wrong? If it's for the right reasons.
And what's your best memory from all 5 seasons?
Episode 8 of season 2. That's one of my favorite experiences. Just like a bottle. It's an acid trip, and it was just a really fun experience as an actor. Also, London. Just being in London for the 4th season, I loved. My wife is British. I was able to stay with family some of the time. Those are two good memories I have.
And where do we find Joe when season 5 begins?
In New York, home. He's actually in Mooney's again. He owns it as a charity case because he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's like something of a celebrity figure. People know his name. I think people know that do they know that he's killed? I don't remember. No, I think he's faked. He says he faked his death to avoid being. It's hard to remember, but anyway, he's home.
And are you happy with the way everything wraps up? And did you have any inputs or ideas how to end the series?
You know, if I had any input, it was only like, you know, through just years of being, you know, the way I've been about him. But no, I mean, the writers, I've always left them to their own devices because they do what they do best. Like, if I get in there and tinker around with it, I think it might ruin it. That was actually why I waited so long to direct an episode, but I did in the 4th season. But no, I just really thought it was important, and I can speak about it openly, or? No?
No spoilers.
Okay. So, there's a critical way in which Joe is sort of, or at least he's attempted to be caught and deconstructed, right? He's always a slippery fish in the end. Like, does he get out? I won't tell you. But the way that we try to catch him and deconstruct him finally this season is I think very nuanced and really, really well played by the writers and everybody involved. Like, hard to do. And I really think, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. I think we ended it very well.
And Madeleine Brewer joins you for season 5, and she said she was worried there may be some backlash against her character. Why would that happen?
I don't think so. Okay. Well, that would be a spoiler, right? No, I don't think so at all. I think people are going to love her, personally. I don't know why. Why would they? Well, yeah, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, I think. But no, I do not think they will. I think she'll probably be an icon. She might give Love a run for her money, you know?
I'm not stealing anything, I swear.
So what are you doing?
Okay, I walked past, and I saw the for sale sign. I peeked in, and I saw all the poor books just sitting here, lonely, and I felt bad for them, so I borrowed one.
Borrowed.
But I always bring them back.
Ooh. And you did a Gossip Girl style voice over the Nobody Wants This. Was Kristen Bell surprised, and do you keep up with any of the Gossip Girl cast?
I don't know if she was surprised, because I haven't spoken to her. I don't know that Chris and I have ever met. I don't think we have. Kate, do you know if we've met?
I don't think you have.
I don't think we've met, yeah, which is funny. Would the space-time continuum sort of like flutter and rupture? Is it the same person meeting the same person? That's a secret I'll never tell. Oh, I just gave you gold! What was the rest of the question? I mean, I've had some of them on the podcast. It's sort of like college roommates, you just move on. You move on, there's love there. Live your life.
And also, congratulations on the news that your wife is pregnant with twins.
Thank you.
Are you ready for this?
Who's ready for twins? Who? No, nobody's ready for twins. We're as ready as we can be. There's a meme. Any parent, I think, can relate, and if they can't, they're lying. There's a meme of it's like parenting at 8 in the morning, 8 a.m., and it's a picture of Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, and he's wearing a cardigan, and he's like, and then it says parenting at 8 p.m., and it's Tom Hanks in Castaway, covered in blood, and he's screaming, and he's got a long beard. So parenting with twins is like maybe you start as Castaway, and then you become like the clown from It. I don't know.
And then what's next for you now that you has wrapped?
Well, yeah, more children, which is so actually a lovely, like, if you think of it as like an antidote to somebody like Joe Goldberg, lovely. Other projects, but I can't speak about them until they really exist, so that's all I got.